Two impressive win streaks, one welterweight title, and the chance to make history is all at stake in this upcoming pay-per-view event. UFC 322, JDM versus Islam Makhachev. Guys, we have an incredible UFC card right around the corner with a very stacked card from top to bottom with some really fun matchups, hyped up prospects, savvy vets, and a super fight in the co-main event between two different division champions. We are here to break down each fight, starting with the early prelims, working our way to the main card with all roads leading to the main event. But like always guys, without further ado, let's start with the first fight of the card in Baisangur Susurkayev versus Eric McConaughey. Dude, alright, so before we start breaking down this fight, Ivan, I got some lore behind Eric McConaughey. So I actually met one of Eric McConaughey's buddies at the fires.
Oh, yep. I remember you telling me about this.
Yeah, his name is Derek Rottenberg, and they both train with Austin Vanderford as well. Yeah, and actually, Eric McConaughey lost to Derek back in 2016, and I met Derek at a random-ass place east of Medford at the fires this year.
Yeah, we saw McConaughey fight Rizzy Boyev in Seattle.
Yo, that too.
We also saw Vanford. Yep. Yeah, just a fun tidbit of lore on McConaughey. That being said, he will not get any favoritism from us. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. I'll just say Hamza told me.
Susurkayev?
Yeah. So Hamza on the DDP versus Hamza card, the press conference, he was telling his opponent, "These guys kill you, brother. He better than me."
Mm-hmm.
And this guy has looked good. He had that fight on Contender Series where he looked really good, and then they booked him like the same weekend it was, right?
Yep, the same week.
Yeah, same week. They booked him. He got that fight, got the win. Very hot start. I mean, he's good. Eric McConaughey, he's lost to Rizzy Boyev. That's his only loss in the UFC so far?
Yes.
I feel like I'm drawing a blank. But yeah. And then he had a split decision with Cody Brundage. That's not really showing that he's elite. And if you're training with Hamza and he's very high on you and everyone else seems to be and you're looking good, I feel like you should easily steamroll on Eric McConaughey. But you never know. Chance for an upset here. I don't know the odds, but I feel like it's probably something lopsided. What's your insight?
Yeah, so Eric McConaughey, he's decent on the feet. Cody Brundage is by no means the best striker in the middleweight division, but he's pretty good. And they were able to strike at each other for 3 rounds. And this split decision was a very close fight. It could have gone either way, to be honest. This was one of the split decision close fights that isn't a stolen fight, if that makes sense. However, though, I just think Susurkayev is way better round. He's got really good grappling, especially coming off that background and training with Khamzat Chimaev, and we know how good Khamzat Chimaev is with his grappling and wrestling. Susurkayev's got great striking, great power behind the strikes as well. And this is his sophomore appearance. I feel like this is going to be a really good fight. I doubt it's going to go to the ground. I feel like it's going to be more of a striking battle, and Susurkayev is going to get the better shots, and I feel like he's going to find not too fast, but late first round TKO is my guess. And I assume the odds are very lopsided too. I didn't add any of the odds for these fights because, I don't know, I just kind of wanted to pick based on the fighter instead of the odds.
Yeah, we saw, what was it the other day where there was a lopsided odds and like 3 of the underdogs went off the... Oh yeah, it was the card we did really bad on, right?
That was in Vancouver, bro.
Yeah, lopsided. Hey, Brendan Allen.
Bro, we went like 3 for 9, bro. We went like 3 for 9, bro.
Everyone knows, as long as you get the main event right, you're 100%. Right?
All right, so we both agree on Susurkayev.
Yeah, a first round finish, more than likely.
Sick. Will do.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna say it. I don't know why I tried it. I'm not gonna say it.
All right, dude. Moving to another fight though, where I'm gonna be super lopsided on my pick, bro. Chepe Mariscal, he's gonna slime Pat Sabatini, bro. I freaking hate Pat Sabatini. I hate him with, like, he's the same level as Cop.
Why does he kind of look like Yuri? Is it just the facial hair?
He kind of does look like Yuri, a featherweight Yuri.
Yeah.
But
Chepe... not cool samurai.
Yeah, but Chepe Mariscal, this guy is really good. He's really well-rounded as well. He's got decent striking. His better abilities are obviously his wrestling. He will hold you against the cage. He's a very strong featherweight, and he will lay on top of you like a blanket and will not let you move. And he will get some damage done on the ground as well. Dude, and this guy's currently on an 8-fight win streak, bro. This guy's one of the most underrated featherweights right now, in my opinion. Yeah, and he has 4 KO TKO wins, and he's going up against Pat Sabatini. He's currently on a 2-fight win streak. One of them was a submission, and another one was a unanimous decision win, which was his most recent one, where it was a complete dog shit fight. It was just Pat Sabatini smudge wrestling his opponent for the entire 3 rounds, and it was so boring to watch. I get grappling, and I get grappling control and how much points you get from laying on top, but as we're starting to see, that's kind of shifting in a way, like we just saw with Jayton Almeida
Volkov.
and Volkov. Dude, if Pat Sabatini would have, I don't even know, dude, but Pat Sabatini, I hate this guy, and Chepe Mariscal's gonna get the win. I'm super biased in this pick. What you got, Ivan?
Like you mentioned, if you are having that heavy wrestling approach, it seems more often than not. Sorry, not a heavy wrestling approach, approach, but a lay and pray. We just lay on top of someone and do nothing with it for 15 minutes is starting to diminish. I know we already talked about the Dricus and Hamzat fight, but I mean, he was constantly getting takedowns and he was kind of just laying on him, but it's a different pace from Hamzat because it's Hamzat. But Pat Sabatini is not going to be able to recreate that. Feel like a late third round, not crazy brutal finish, but like a ref, he's getting hit 40 times. He hasn't answered. Like it's not crazy punches, but it's just like, just enough where it looks damaging. Pat Sabatini isn't defending himself, and Chep is going to get him up out of there. Late third round TKO.
Copy. I think it's gonna be. I don't know, man. Sabatini, like I said, he's a smudge wrestler. I can see him surviving the 3rd round by just hugging Chepe Mariscal when he's low-key kind of tired already. So I feel like it's going to be a decision win for Chepe Mariscal. And also, it's 4 decision wins, 3 unanimous, and 1 split decision. So, correction. But Chepe Mariscal, most likely by unanimous decision win.
Right.
Yes, sir. Alrighty, for the 3rd fight of the early prelims, we got Angela the Ani Hill versus Fatima Klein. This is like the 3rd time we've broken down Angela Hill. Her last fight was against Yasmin Lucindo, where she got defeated in a unanimous decision way. We saw Fatima Klein fight against David Martinez's sister. She freaking KO'd her with a kick to the head, I believe. And her only loss in her MMA career has been to Jasmine Yosudavicius, which was Fatima Klein's UFC debut, which is a pretty tough UFC debut, in my opinion.
Yeah, having that as your debut, but taking her to decision isn't, on a debut.
That's true.
Is good because we just saw Jasmine. She was in the title eliminator. Obviously, she got starched. But Angela Hill, she like you said, Auntie Hill, she is definitely above the age of 40 now. Don't feel as if if you could be like a Glover Teixeira and be 40 and somehow win a fight.
Yeah, hell no.
I've always
Hell
loved Angela Hill's,
no.
she's always had some crazy, like, y'all must have forgot, but she's what, 40? I think she is 40. She's got to be at least 40.
She's 40.
She's had lots of fights, and this is just one where she's not gonna be able to recreate the y'all must have forgot, and Klein's probably gonna slam her out.
And dude, she's 18 and 15, bro. 18 and 15.
She's about to be. No, I feel like there's no way she stays in the UFC if she loses 2 more fights. The first negative fighter in the UFC.
That's funny. No, I think Fatima McClain's gonna get a slime knockout here. To be honest,
slam her out.
If Fatima McClain did it to a younger, more fresh fighter, pretty sure she's gonna be able to do it to the Ani Angela Hill.
Watch out for the crafty vet move,
bro. If Angela Hill if Angela Hill didn't beat Yasmin Lucindo and she beats Fatima Klein, this is gonna be a huge fraud check if Angela Hill wins, which I doubt, but we'll see.
If
yeah,
you never know, bro. This is MMA.
That's true. Maybe she locks in.
I chose Brendan Allen on some bullshit, and
he won.
Brendan Allen won on some bullshit. You never know. It's MMA, and that's why we love it.
Yeah. Sweet. Well, let's go to the featured early prelim fight of the night. Kyle Dawkins versus Gerald Meerschaert. This is the Battle of the Yonks. This is Kyle Dawkins' second stint in the UFC. He went back to the regional scene and he's currently on a 5-fight win streak, 2 KO TKO wins, 2 submission wins, and a unanimous decision win. We got our other Unk, Gerald, who's 37-20. He's currently on a 3-fight losing streak, losing by KO slash TKO submission and a unanimous decision loss as well. What you got on these Unks, Ivan?
Yeah, listen, if memory serving justice, Cal Dawkins was actually just brought back in the UFC as a sacrificial lamb to was it Michelle Pereira? Who was it for?
Kyle.
Who did he just fight? What was his last fight?
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
was
sure if it was
Mitchell
Michelle.
Pereira. Yeah, it was against Mitchell.
Yeah, he was brought in as a sacrificial lamb for him, and well,
And boom!
we saw what happened. Cal Dawkins just went out there, slimed him, you know?
And 40 seconds.
So in 40, yeah, in the first round. So man, this is gonna be weird to say like out loud. Cal Dock is probably gonna win this fight against GM3. I mean, either maybe he did improve something, so a tad bit,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how he was able to slime out Pereira. Or we're about to have a crazy lightning in a bottle moment where we realize it was just luck and it was just luck. But I think Kyle Dawkins is gonna win a fight in the year of our Lord 2025. Well, he's gonna be six in a row. I think after this you might give him a. Who would you give him if he wins this fight? Like a Rizy Boyev, like a borderline top 15 guy, and an Aliskerov. Yeah. So Kyle Dawkins via sliming out GM3.
I'm
He's
gonna
not
go,
cut.
dude. I'm gonna go with the underdog pick here. I'm pretty sure Mirchar is the underdog, and he's gonna get a submission win.
He's done it before. He'll
That's
do it
my
again.
that's my crazy prediction of the night. Gerald Mirchar
Yeah.
by submission.
Actually, I'm gonna pull up the odds on this. Let me see how do you spell his name. I just want to see this just to see it.
Gerald Mirchar is a plus 280 underdog. Kyle Dawkins minus 370.
That's crazy. Even though this is unranked middleweight, you never know. Dude, watch the same thing happen to Kyle Dawkins that he just did to Michelle.
Dude, that'd be insane. Let's move on to the first fight of the prelims. Malcolm Wellmaker versus Cody Haddon. Jeez. What can we say about Malcolm Wellmaker, bro? He's currently on a 4-fight KO slash TKO win streak. Another super high prospect in this card. And I'm pretty sure his last 3 fights have been all by a crazy hook.
Division alone, I mean, think about all the crazy bantamweight prospects we've had over the years. Malcolm Wellmaker, Sean O'Malley, and what's the Frank Ocean guy's name? Peyton Talbot?
Peyton Talbot, that's funny.
Yeah. So I feel like there's always going to be that young prospect that gets tested. This, though, maybe it's a bit too early to say, but I feel like Malcolm Wellmaker definitely has that champ potential. I mean, he has, like you said, some crazy knockouts by hooks. He has that pop in his shot. He was able to do something O'Malley wasn't able to do and knock out Chris Matinho.
True.
So that power behind that right hand, the way he sets it up is beautiful. And I feel like he's just going to keep spamming it until it doesn't work. And I feel like it's going to continue working.
Yeah. I haven't seen Cody Haddon fight. He is currently on a 6-fight win streak. And I heard that he has a pretty good grappling game. And it's kind of interesting to see if he implements it in this fight. Because Malcolm hasn't been tested by a good grappler in the UFC so far. Because he hasn't let them. He's knocked them out every time. So we'll see how it goes in this fight, but I think if Cody Haddon tries to implement his grappling, I feel like Malcolm Waymaker is going to be able to stop whatever comes his way, and I feel like he's just going to be able to knock him out again. And like you said, this is an unranked bantamweight match, and I feel like Malcolm Waymaker is going to spam those hooks until they stop working, exactly like you said. And I feel like his hook might still work against Cody Haddon.
You know what they're going to say when Cody gets knocked out? Cody had that shit on. All right.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, Malcolm Wellmaker, he's a super good prospect. I feel like this is one of those gimme fights. I'm not gonna say like Cody's just gonna get walked all over, but Wellmaker, come on.
Yeah,
Come on.
and he was supposed to fight something today, but he got injured, and Cody hadn't picked this up on short notice. It isn't on like super crazy short notice. I think he picked it up like 2 weeks ago, so kind of like on a month short notice. So he's still gonna have a decent training camp, but like I said, he can have a 2-month training camp. I feel like Malcolm Waymaker is just that good, and he's gonna be able to knock out Cody Haddon and keep that streak going. Or maybe we'll see Malcolm Waymaker get tested and taken to deep waters, which would low-key also be nice to see because they'll give us more of a glimpse of how far and how high his potential is, you know?
Yeah, to see if it's just talent or if it's also heart and hard work. Because we've seen time and time again, fighters have just faced one glimpse of adversity and they just
Yeah, exactly.
decide This is it. I'm giving up for the fight.
Yeah, but I got Malcolm Waymaker knockout.
Second round.
You got second round. I
Second.
think it's gonna be in the first round again.
He's gonna teep to the body, hook, uppercut. He's gonna take his time with this one. Second round.
Will do. All right. For the next fight, we got Aaron Blanchfield against Tracy Cortez. Aaron Blanchfield is coming off a win over Rose Namajunas. She's 13-2. She's going up against Tracy Cortez, who's coming off a win against Vivian Araujo, also via unanimous decision. Um, I think Aaron Blanchfield's gonna win this one. Sure. What you got?
A lot of people see Tracy Cortez. A lot of people don't know Tracy Cortez as she fights. We have a friend. His name's Christian. Once again, since we're not throwing someone else under the bus, we gotta throw someone else under the bus. So Christian said if Tracy Cortez, here, let me read the script out. Actually, All right, I got the piece of paper right here. If Tracy Cortez is to win on November, what is this, 15th? Is that what he wrote down?
15th,
November
yes.
15th. He wrote down November 15th against Aaron Blanchfield. He is going to officiate the match between Tracy Cortez and Mackenzie Dern with a referee cam and two-liter bottles of baby oil. Yeah, for whatever that reason, I don't get it. But Aaron Blanchfield is a sick fighter. She's probably a little pissed off considering
Oh, she definitely is pissed off.
her opponent had a seizure backstage, which was crazy. That's the first time I've ever seen that. Hopefully Macy Barber's doing good and she'll come back to this division fight again. But for now, we need to keep it moving. Tracy Cortez is a sick fighter, but she is not champ level. I mean, when you're wearing makeup and fake eyelashes in your fight, it's kind of crazy after you get them knocked off by Nami Yunez on camera. I know plenty of people have seen that. I know Christian was crying when that happened. But Aaron Blanchfield is a sick fighter. She beat Rose Namajunas, so just also with some MMA math, which never works, we have the potential to see a sick fight with Aaron Blanchfield. I won't say a finish, but it will be. I'll say Aaron Blanchfield.
Dude, I agree. This is gonna be a really good fight, and the reason why I think Aaron Blanchfield is gonna win, one, she has fought way better competition. She has names under her belt like Miranda Maverick. She lost to Manon Fior, but she took her to a decision, and she's coming off a win against Rose Namajunas. You know, she did beat Jessica Andrade as well via submission. So Aaron Blanchfield got some names on the resume, even if one of them was a loss. Still pretty impressive. And who has Tracy Cortez fought and beat in this division? You know, this is definitely a step up in competition from Vivian Araujo. And I don't think Cortez is gonna be able to beat Blanchfield. I feel like Blanchfield is just a bit more well-rounded than Tracy Cortez, and maybe I'm just doubting Tracy Cortez, but I haven't really seen much from her, especially against Vivian Araujo. Or maybe I'm just hyping up Blanchfield a little bit too much, but I feel like this is going to be a banger of a fight for a women's fight, and it's going to be back and forth. I'm not saying that Aaron Blanchfield is going to completely dominate Tracy Cortez. It's going to be a pretty fun 29-28 unanimous decision win for Aaron Blanchfield, is my prediction.
Yeah, I feel like you said 29-28. Probably the first two rounds won by Blanchfield, and she loses the third one by coasting. Yeah, Cortez hasn't, like you said, beat any upper echelon fighters. So to be the best, you got to beat the best. And I don't think that's the case here. I think it's going to be Aaron Blanchfield winning and then making her case for a title shot. If they don't just give one to Fiora, you know?
Yeah.
So Aaron Blanchfield by decision, 29-28. She loses the third round.
Perfect. I both agree. Sick. For the next fight, Roman Kopylov against Gregory Rodriguez. This is also going to be a sick fight. Knock on wood, no one pulls out of this fight. Give me a sec. Because both of these guys, really good strikers. I know Roman Kopylov is coming off a loss against Paulo Costa, but that was a pretty good fight. And I'm pretty sure we watched this fight in Fire Camp doing that logistical work, Ivan.
Oh, fire.
Yes, sir. And Gregory Rodriguez, he's coming off a win over Jack Hermanson, where he slimed him. Dude, I think Gregory Rodriguez is going to win, Ivan.
Yeah, it's going to be a good striking fight, but I feel like the power is just what's going to throw off Kopylov. I feel like that is one thing that helped Paulo Costa was just the slight ounce of like more power that he had over Kopylov. And maybe we see that again because Rodriguez, who'd he lose to? Jared Cannonier? Come on. Jared's always been a dangerous vet. I got that fight wrong.
Dude, I
Um,
remember that one. I picked
yeah,
Cannoneer.
yeah. So that was it wasn't a competitive fight, but Rodriguez was hurting Cannonier and he just lost his gas early and then got slimed out. But Rodriguez, if he gets this gas tank thing down, then I think he will be a perennial top 10 guy. So I feel like Kopylov has also been on he hasn't like he's not gonna fall straight down a hill, but he's been on a slight decline.
Yeah, it's been kind of a bumpy road in his MMA
Yeah,
career.
yeah. Especially that I don't remember who he's beat that's elite, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So this is gonna be a sick fight. Don't get me wrong. Like you said, knock on wood. Hopefully, no one pulls out the fight. But it should be a sick fight if everything goes according to plan, and we should see, say, a third round TKO by Rodriguez. Actually, no, second round TKO by Rodriguez.
I was thinking the exact same thing. I was thinking second round, potentially late first round, but it's probably gonna have him hurt going into the second, and he's gonna be able to just finish it there. Because honestly, I think Gregory Rodriguez is more powerful than Paulo Costa, low key,
Okay.
and he looked great against Jack Hermanson. His striking was on point and was able to get him up and out of there pretty fast. So that's why I'm picking Gregory Rodriguez second round KO.
Yeah, second round TKO.
Sick. For the next fight, we got Bo Nickel versus Rodolfo Vieira. This should be a good fight. Hopefully, okay. I don't like seeing fighters like how to explain it. I've never liked Bo Nickel, but I don't dislike him either. It was super satisfying watching him get slammed by RDR. But just cause I don't know how to explain it. I saw him get slammed already. I low key kind of felt bad for him, and now hopefully this is his comeback win, and he stays humble and does not go crazy on the mic and say all this delusional shit. So we'll see. Rodolfo Vieira though, he's coming over a nice win over Trishan Gore, who's a unanimous decision win.
Bo
And to
Nickel.
and to be fair, dude, what the heck, dude? Rodolfo Vieira's only losses have been to Anthony Hernandez, Chris Curtis, and the
Oh, I remember this guy, Rodolfo Vieira. Yeah, I remember that fight. It was on the Usman and Burns fight. Yeah, I remember seeing this guy fight. The commentary team was talking about how crazy would it be, Joe Rogan,
hmm
how crazy would it be if Anthony Hernandez was to sub this black belt and he did it,
and he did
right?
it. Yep,
That's this guy, right?
yep.
Yeah, I remember what. Yeah, I was wondering why he looked familiar.
Yeah, so
Um,
this guy only has losses
yeah,
to elite fighters besides the only iffy one is Andrei Petrovsky.
Petrovsky,
Petrovsky.
Petrovsky. Yeah, I mean, like you mentioned, Bo Nickel. It was always kind of hard to like the guy because it it kind of felt like an industry plant where he
Dude,
was
low
getting
key.
main card slots. I mean, he got put on UFC 300 on the main card. He got put on the main. He was on the main card for this, right? Until he got
Dude, I
moved
was
up.
exactly what I was pointing at him. I was pointing at him. This guy was supposed to be in the main card, but he got dropped down, and I'm glad he did. This will
Yeah,
humble him. This will humble him a little bit more.
it's not an issue against him. I just don't like the way they're promoting him. Like let the guy be himself, get a personality. Don't force him down. Pause. Down people's throats. Let him be him. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, he's a good fighter. Don't have any actual ill will feelings for the guy. But like you said, he was talking crazy. Yeah, dude. I'll wrestle Hamza. I'd kill him. Blah blah blah. And he got smoked by RDR. Not to say RDR is bad, but to say that he lost. Like he was talking about beating the champion before he was champion. And well, he got slimed. This is gonna be hopefully his time of redemption. If he loses this fight, I could potentially see him move down to welterweight because he's honestly not that big of a guy. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like he can make middleweight, but hopefully, like you said, he comes back humble and this is his time to win.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how he acts during the embedded and fight week because I know he'll be an embedded.
Yeah, they definitely will give him a.
But give him some embedded time, and if he's acting delusional still and stuff like that, I might change my pick to Rodolfo Vieira. But as it stands right now, I feel like Bo Nickel's gonna get a decent decision win here. I think Rodolfo Vieira is gonna be a good test for Bo Nickel, but we'll
A
see how
good
this goes.
comeback fight.
And this should be a good comeback fight for Bo Nickel. He has a good opportunity here to prove a point, and if he does so, good for him. So we'll see how this goes. I got Bo Nickel by unanimous decision.
I don't know if I actually said the way he was gonna win. Oh, but yeah, probably by UD. I don't see him getting a submission. Maybe he changes his style to more of a drowning wrestling approach, like a fluffy.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if he has the accolades and the skills and all that. I mean the talents, but he just needs to put it all together.
Yeah.
Um, so third round decision. What else? Yeah, decision,
Third
decision,
round decision.
third round decision. You guys hear it first. First
All
ever in the
right.
UFC.
Moving on to the first fight of the main card. We got Benil Dariush versus BSD. We got Savvy, Crafty, Unk Vet going up against BSD. This should be a sick fight as well. Because Benil Dariush is coming off a nice win over Renato Moicano where he did really good with his grappling. Loki was piecing up Renato Moicano here and there as well. And he's going up against BSD, who's on a comeback right now and currently on a 2-fight win streak. Both of them coming via submission. The first one was against Kyle Prepolek, which we saw fight in person, Ivan, in Canada. And his most recent one was against Mauricio Rufy, where he freaking
Project him.
choked him out. It fraud checked him.
Yeah, project him. Listen, I'm sad to say, but say this, but Neil Dariush, my stepdad, will be getting slimed out on
Bro.
November 15th against Benassi Didi. I'm sad to say it out loud, but Benil's old. He had a it was a pretty competitive fight with Moicano, and Moicano looked buns in that fight. I know he had just fought Makhachev, but that did not look to me like a man who should have been in there in the same cage as Makhachev when you're getting beat by what two two or so years layoff
Mm-hmm.
Dariush. Um, so yeah, Benoit and Dariush. I feel like this is a more of a tune-up fight or layup for Benil to beat someone in the top. I don't know where Dariush is ranked, but I still believe he is ranked in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
So this is definitely get him a top 10 win. He beat Rufy, who was a top 15. So this is probably just another victim here.
Yeah,
Uh,
I feel like he's going to KO him.
yeah, probably
He's going to
second
chin
round
him.
KO.
Mm-hmm.
Because although we clown on the community clowns on Lucas Tracy for picking BSD over Dustin Poirier, uh, BSD is a sick fighter.
Yeah.
You just had to be there for that time.
Yeah.
For that was a crazy, this guy was writing for BSD.
Yeah.
So
I wasn't watching the UFC back then, but listening to it right now, that's kind of funny. But
it just had to be there. It's like
yeah,
2016.
damn.
But yeah, third round or sorry, second round finish for Benil. Like I said, my stepdad will be getting slimed out on November 15th.
Sick. I got BSD as well. KO slash TKO. Not sure which round, because maybe Dariush's got that unk strength in him and probably survive some nasty situations. But BSD finish nonetheless. Sick. All right, moving on to the next fight. We got Leon Edwards versus Carlos Prates. This is gonna be a sick fight, and we'll see how Leon Edwards does against an actual striker this time, because he's been begging for a striker and he's finally gonna get one. So we'll see how he performs against Carlos Prates, because against Sean Brady, that was embarrassing. He's currently on a 2-fight losing streak, a unanimous decision loss, and the submission loss. Carlos Prates, he's coming off a win over Jeff Neal, where he destroyed him and knocked him out with a spinning elbow, was it?
Yeah, spinning elbow, spinning back fist. Yep.
Yeah, some crazy shit like that. But before that, he fought Ian Machado Gary, where he did not look very good. But Carlos Prates, he's still that guy. He still has that power. He still has that crazy striking game that will pressure you and hurt you throughout the fight. The only thing that does worry me is his gas tank, but this is going to be a 3-round fight, so that should not be an issue. Dude, Leon Edwards is gonna get slimed here, Ivan. I don't know what you got, but I keep saying that everyone's gonna get slimed, but this is probably gonna be the one that there will be a knockout by
A
Carlos
sliming.
Prates. A sliming. This is where there will be a sliming.
Carlos Prates, he got, I don't want to say dominated, but he got outstruck for the most part by Ian Gary and was not able to get any offense off until that fifth round where there was the finish. And then Edwards, we saw in his fight with Sean Brady, it was just kind of like difficult to watch, very sad. But it was like demoralizing to see the way that he was getting dogged on.
Mm-hmm.
This guy has been getting nightmare matchups against grapplers. You have to face Bilal. You have to face Brady. I want to say he's good, but everything else points to he's all right. And someone like Carlos Prates, who is dangerous, has power. We've never seen Edwards put out, but Edwards has never fought a striker of the level of Prates. This is going to be a sick fight for sure. I feel like it's going to be very technical. If it stays technical, I think Edwards will get it done. But if we have
Dude, so here's the thing before you keep
podcast,
before you move on. Yes, Leon Edwards is very technical on the feet, but Carlos Prates is just so dangerous, and his striking is like, I don't know how to describe his striking, but it's like a crazy striking that will like pressure you, and you can feel the power behind the strikes. And I feel like that might disrupt Leon Edwards' technicality in this striking exchanges. That's why I think Carlos Prates is gonna be able to knock him out. But maybe I'm not giving Leon Edwards his credit, and he is a super great technical striker that will completely shut out Carlos's Prates striking.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. Edwards is gonna win by decision. That's it.
Cool. This is gonna be the first fight we disagree because I think Carlos Prates is gonna win by knockout.
I yeah, no, I feel like Edwards, he has the ability to pull some bullshit off, and we're gonna remember that this man can pull bullshit off, and Edwards is gonna win somehow. I don't know how, but he's gonna win somehow.
Bro,
That's just what happened.
this is not gonna be your
Who's winning?
Brandon Allen. This is not gonna be your Brandon Allen pick, bro.
No, this is this
Carlos
this is
Prates
the
is
Brandon Allen
winning.
pick.
This is not the
This is the
Brandon Allen.
Brandon
This
Allen
is
pick.
no, it's not. Oh my
Bet a thousand
goodness.
dollars, guys. We will win. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, don't
But
bet
yeah,
$1,000. Don't bet a thousand
do
dollars.
not do not bet any money. Period. Unless you got it like that. But don't bet money.
Que son $1,000 para un
Um,
hombrero, Iván.
que son $1,000 para un número. Ha ha. Yeah. Edwards via robbery. Via robbery. That's what's gonna happen.
Carlos Prates knockout.
What round?
I will bet money on the knockout. Just watch.
What round?
Second.
Second round knockout. All right. Sick.
All right, moving on. We got Sean Brady versus Michael Morales. This is going to be another sick fight as well. Both of these guys are 18 wins. Sean Brady has one loss, and his only loss was to Bilal Muhammad. He's currently on a 3-fight win streak. He's 2 submission wins and a unanimous decision win as well. He's going up against Michael Morales. He's an undefeated fighter. He's coming off a recent win against Gilbert Burns where he completely babied him and got him out of there ridiculously fast.
His most recent and biggest win.
His most recent and biggest win. You're right. What you got on these guys, Ivan?
Sean Brady, very good grappler. After that fight against Bilal, we've seen that he's improved. Who did it was he beat Chiesa, then Burns, and
Leon Edwards.
Edwards. Yep. And this guy is potentially a future champ. And so is Morales. Morales is like what, 20, 27, 28 somewhere. He's like very young, a powerful striker, very long guy, but we have not seen Michael Morales really tested in the grappling. That's the only thing I'm scared of because Sean Brady, very strong guy, very dangerous, has pretty solid cardio, and it will make you give up and will drown you. Like we keep mentioning, Leon Edwards getting bullied, demoralized, and his soul taken away from him.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is me being biased and being high on Michael, but I feel like he'll be able to get it done.
I agree with you. Dude, Michael Morales, he's 26 years old.
Oh, 26. I
He's
was wrong.
26. He's 6 foot tall. He has a 4-inch height advantage, and he has a 79-inch reach, giving him a 7-inch reach advantage as well. This guy's gonna be super tall in there. Sean Brady, he's very, 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 very bulky. He's very, very strong. He's a ridiculously good grappler, and like you said, this is where Michael Morales is gonna get his grappling, his wrestling tested because we really haven't seen that. We've just seen how good of his striking is, and he did go up against Gilbert Burns, who is a very good grappler, correct?
Yeah, but he did not get an opportunity to test it out.
Exactly, and maybe or maybe not, we're gonna see this against Sean Brady. Like you said, Sean Brady has potential to become a champion. He's not. I don't want to. He's not a washed Gilbert, or he's not an old Gilbert Burns. I don't want to say washed because that sounds a little disrespectful. He's not an old Gilbert Burns. He's a younger, a little bit more explosive wrestler who has good takedowns, and I feel like Sean Brady is gonna be able to get off some takedowns in, but I feel like Michael Morales is just gonna have that sense of urgency to get up every time. Hopefully, and I'm sure he's gonna keep practicing, or I'm sure that he's going through that his fight camp right now, and he's gonna show us that he has some good grappling and some good takedown defense against Sean Brady. And this is definitely a step up in competition, but I still think Michael Morales is gonna get a win here. Sean Brady didn't he get knocked down by Bilal Muhammad?
He got standing TKO'd by Bilal Muhammad. Yes.
Yeah, and that to me is very iffy. Michael Morales has way more power than Bilal. He has better striking than. Well, actually, yeah, he probably has better striking than Bilal as well. So I'm interesting to see how Sean Brady is gonna take Michael Morales' striking if Sean Brady lets him. But I feel like he will. I feel like Michael Morales is gonna be able to get his striking off and get a good win here. What's your final prediction?
This is a potential title eliminator, and I feel like this is going to be the fight that if you don't somehow already know about Michael Morales, then you're going to fucking know.
Yeah.
He's going to go out there to look to make a statement
Mm-hmm.
and destroy Sean Brady. But yeah, this is a little irrelevant, but because it's MMA math and MMA math never works. Sean Brady took Gilbert Burns through 5 rounds. Michael Morales won 1 round. That's all it took.
That's very true.
So, like I said, MMA math never makes sense, but come on. You're telling me, yeah, Michael Morales is just too dangerous for Sean Brady. So, I don't
Copy.
care how clean his fade is and how lined up he is, he's not going to win on the night.
Copy. Will do. I got Michael Morales as well. Then
I'm going to say second round TKO.
I'm gonna say first.
Mm.
Yeah, that's another sneaky pick, but we'll see how it goes. All right, moving on to the co-main event of the evening. We got the first of two super fights. We got Valentina Shevchenko going up against Zhang Weili. I'm not really gonna go too much into depth in this fight because I haven't really seen either of these ladies fight that much. I've only seen one fight from each. I just think Weili's gonna win. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
What you got?
Shevchenko has always been a great fighter, but we've seen the latter end of her career right now. She had really competitive fights. Well, it was Tyler Santos who she had a competitive fight with against, and then she had a competitive fight against. She got choked out by Grasso. Had a competitive fight with her. Had a competitive fight with her again, but clear win. And then against Manon Fiora, she did win, but at times it seems like Manon was gonna pull off a robbery decision. It
Mm,
was a competitive fight of that, and that's not the Shevchenko we know. The Shevchenko we know is dominating every woman in the division. Do you
mm-hmm.
know who right now in this moment is dominating every woman in the division? Weili.
Yep.
And Weili is 100% locked in on her MMA career. She thinks she's Bruce Lee, and shit, she might as well be because she's out here, you know, putting people out, bullying them in their game, and just doing everything that she needs to do in order to win. And I just think Weili right now is the best women's fighter, and she's going to be the first one on the night to win the second title.
You're foreshadowing your pick for the next fight.
Maybe, maybe not. We'll see.
All right. The thing I got on Weili, she's coming off a domination win over Tatiana Suarez, where she threw 300 total strikes, Ivan, and landed 232 of those. To be fair, the significant strikes were 87 and landed 53, but that's still crazy output for a women's fight. And she looked really good against Tatiana Suarez. She had nothing. Tatiana Suarez threw 13 takedown attempts, 15 takedown attempts, and was able to land one on Weili. Like you said, Ivan, Weili is just running through the division like it's nothing, like a fat kid eating through a chocolate cake. And I agree with you what you said that Shevchenko is getting there in age, going towards the end part of her career. And that's why I just think Zhang Weili is going to win. She's been the more dominant women's fighter, and she is going up a division, but I feel like that's going to be a little hopeful for her as well because she's not going to have to cut that much weight. However, Valentina might be a little stronger since she's more used to being in the flyweight division, but we'll see how it goes. Regardless, I still think Zhang Weili is going to get a nice unanimous decision win to win her second title in a different division.
I will say I was extremely happy when Wei beat Tatiana Suarez. Did not like the way she was talking,
Mm.
and this isn't well, this is her fault. She is the wife of Patchy Mix, so
That's, that's not her fault, dude. That's so funny, dude. What
that's
the?
all I was like, wait a minute, that is her fault. Wife of Patchy Mix, you know.
Who'd you got though? You, Whaley?
I just wanted to I just yeah I got Wei but I just wanted to say that I was happy that
Oh,
she
Tatiana
beat
Suarez.
Suarez.
Sick.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to our main event of the evening, and in my opinion, probably the best fight of the year: Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev for the welterweight championship. Dude, JD, both of these guys, like I said in the intro, are on a crazy fight win streak. Jack Maddalena having 18 of them, and Islam Makhachev being on 15, which would have been 27, but he got KO'd early in his UFC career. But it was a fluke. This is gonna be a banger of a fight, and I'm not gonna glaze JDM as much as bedtime MMA, but JDM is him.
Oh man, this is like you said, best fight of the year, probably highest level fight we've seen. Period.
This is the highest level fight I've ever seen.
Yeah, you have a big welterweight in Jack Della Maddalena, who is still, for whatever reason, criminally underrated. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so you have him, and you have Habib's project. You know, you
Yeah.
have Volkanovski versus Habib right now. You have two crazy fighters, two men in their primes right now, and it's going to be a very good fight. I have been thinking about. I told my girlfriend about this fight, and she's like, "Damn, you must really not know who to pick," because I keep telling her about the fight. She's like, "All right, well, make your damn pick," and I'm like, "Yeah, I guess so." But right now, I'm at the moment, like you said, I foreshadowed it. Islam just looks unbeatable. Everything I've seen from him, besides that first Volk fight, he just,
Mm-hmm.
he's on a different level. Yeah, I just feel like this is gonna be Jack's highest fight and well, his last fight at the as champion for now. I don't know, man. Islam just looks unbeatable. Jack had some moments where he looked to struggle against Bilal. I'm second guessing myself now that I'm saying this out loud.
Dude, JDM striking is elite, man. His boxing is beautiful. His head movement is also beautiful. His slips are amazing. It's so satisfying watching him fight. I watched the Bilal and JDM fight over. I watched it again, and it was really a really good and fun fight to watch because JDM's technicality in the boxing was really nice to see, and his takedown defense looked incredible in that fight as well. And he did get into a tough spot towards the end of that fight in the fifth round. Bilal was getting top control and was getting some damage done, but just that sense of urgency, man, to get up from JDM was crazy. He was so tired from fighting the 5 rounds, which was his first 5 round fight. And he's coming into this one with experience, which can make a lot of difference. And he's, like I said, he was still able to get up after 4 rounds of just beating up on Bilal, and he got up super fast and got some crazy strikes to end and decisively win his championship belt in the welterweight division. However, Islam Makhachev, just like how elite JDM is with striking, Islam Makhachev is elite with his grappling and his wrestling. If JDM somehow is able to keep this fight out in the open, there's no way Islam Makhachev is gonna be able to beat JDM. But if JDM gets stuck in corners, gets stuck up against the cage, and does not move his feet laterally and get out of Islam Makhachev's way to try to cut him from getting out of a corner, if that makes sense. JDM's got this in not in the bag, but a pretty comfortable unanimous decision win because Islam Makhachev, he's got elite grappling up against the cage, really good wrestling. If he has you up against the cage, he's not gonna let you get out of it if it's standing or on the ground, and his grappling is on another level. And in my opinion, better than Bilal's. And like you said, JDM is a huge welterweight, and will be interesting to see him going up against Islam Makhachev, who was a huge lightweight. But I'm not too much on the fence on who to pick, but I'm gonna go with JDM to win this one. Shrimp.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah, I'm still gonna stick with Islam by decision. Jack in that fight, like I said, he had moments where he didn't look good, but all those moments where he didn't look good, for every moment he had four where he looked amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The way he would I want to say not yeah, I would call it a level change against Bilal where he would like drop down. So he was like after combinations he would drop down ready for the sprawl to take down defense whatnot. But Bilal's not Islam, and I feel like Islam will also have a I don't want to say huge speed advantage, but Islam will be a little faster, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't want to say lighter man skill, but I feel like Islam will be a little better. I just don't know. This is a sick fight. I'm just hoping nothing happens to the fight. If I get my pick wrong, that's fine. If I get my pick right, that's fine. As long as the fight happens. We missed out on Ilya versus Makhachev. Please give us JDM versus Makhachev. There's one more week for this fight to go through.
Yeah.
And potentially, let's say Islam does fall out the card, then Brady probably steps in, I would say.
Yeah. Most likely. Yeah. I can see that.
But yeah, Islam via decision. Uh, like I said, hopefully the fight stays on, nothing falls out, and yeah.
I got JDM by decision. Oh, this is gonna be such a good fight, man. Like you said, hopefully nothing falls out. And again, knock on wood. But it's gonna be a banger of a fight, banger of a card. It's gonna be super fun to watch. And I'm gonna go on a generational run on my picks. Just watch.
I get everything wrong except the main event.
If I get everything wrong, then I get almost everything wrong because we picked pretty much the same thing besides like 3 fights, I believe.